Our next guest, I was talking to him off the air, and I told him this dude puts my body to shame. Greg Plitt, the fitness expert, creator of Metaball fitness systems. You may have seen him on like Iron Man magazine, Men's Fitness. This dude has been pretty much everywhere. If you're into working out, this is the guy that knows what he's doing. Hey, what's going on, Greg?
Sean, man, pleasure to be here, man. Everything's good. How are you doing?
I'm doing all right. So, first of all, I got to ask you before we get into the Metaball fitness system, your whole workout, I mean, how did you, like, really get into, like, getting just as ripped as you are, man?
I never started out by getting in ripped shape. That was never and I always, like, battle a lot of guys and stuff and girls that are going to the gym for the wrong reasons, man. But if you're going to the gym for the vanity of the mirror, man, you never cross that finish line. You got to have something more in your tank, something more that's going to cross, that they endurance that race. It's got to be something deeper than that, man. For me, man, I went to the gym because, dealing with a lot of stress, man. I was dealing with a lot of insecurity, possibly. So going to the gym is a non-subjective element. What you put in is what you get out. Very fair form of society, and I found a lot of relief that way. And I worked through my demons, worked through stress, and just so happens I got in shape. And then I was in D.C. Just came back from overseas in the military.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, "Hey, man, you look good, man. You should take some pictures." And he's an agent, and I'm like, "I don't know about that, But so we did, and then about 300 covers since. But it never was about that. It was always about the love of the gym, where the gym is a means to an individual's ends. It's not about just the vanity of the mirror. It's that subjective nature that you can beat back. When you go to the gym and you build your body, right? You're also building your confidence, your work ethic, your diligence, your sacrifice. What it takes to transform any endeavor in life. And then you can take that mold that's successful in the gym and then transcribe it to all theaters in life, from mailroom to CEO in the corporate world to being a good husband or, somebody in the community that's a role model that doesn't just talk words hollowly but back them up with action. Being somebody that when you're dead and gone, there's footprints of you existed. You're building somewhat of a legacy, man. So for me, it's the abs are great, man, but what's better than that is that crazy pain you feel as you're lifting, and you don't think you can get the seventh rep, and then you push past it, and someone helps you, and you get it, and you feel this natural high.
Yeah.
And that's pretty badass. A lot of people shoot up for that. A lot of people snort it. I choose to sweat for it.
Yeah.
I tell you what, it's something that builds on it, and the confidence that you have. Oh man, nothing's in your way at that point.
Yeah.
You start running the shit, man. You're not like the day's not running you anymore. You're running the day, man. You're the master of your own destiny. That's power, man. And for guys and girls, man. And it's awesome. It's really cool.
Now, on another note, is there anything at this point that you feel like you haven't accomplished as a bodybuilder? And are there things that are untapped that you feel like you need to hit to feel like you've done the ultimate in your career?
Well, the ultimate in my career is a niche market in society. Mm-hmm. So it's nothing to really bow down for. But, it's the same kind of due diligence I do for that as I do cutting my lawn. I make sure it's cut the way, I want it to be cut if everyone's watching, Like, I got 3 pit bull rescue dogs. When they take a dump on the lawn, I don't just pick up a dump around where I walk. I pick it all up because my name's attached to it. There's that code of conduct you have when you're dusting the table. Do you dust around the picture frame, or do you pick the picture frame up and dust through it all, make sure the job's done right? It's that kind of code of conduct that I think all champions have, because, that championship mentality, that pursuit of excellence, it isn't a light switch you turn on and off when someone's watching. You always had that. You dream about it. You want it. So, what I've done in the fitness realm is good, but, that's just, it's a weird thing about success. Once you taste it, you become addicted to it, and you need more of it, and you always have to keep challenging yourself, because I think the worst thing that happens in anybody, and there's so many examples of this, is where success defines the individual. Initially, the individual is nobody, but they say, "Hey, who are you? I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that," right? And then once they achieve that, then later in life, who are you? I did this. I did that. Well, that's past tense. So all of a sudden they got comfortable with that, where they're now defined by the success instead of being defined by the success, or vice versa. So like you always have to strive for it. So success is a double-edged sword. Initially, it's something that motivates you, but then quickly it becomes something that identifies you. And so like I've done good here in this business, but I'm always pushing the envelope, man, trying to walk down those paths that aren't beaten, but the less traveled paths. And I think without a challenge in life, you lose your potential of what you can be. Without a challenge, you don't have a reason to wake up. So no matter how far you go in the world, it doesn't really equate to who you are. It's that you're always in the pursuit of something. Because you tell me, Sean, is there ever a day you're going to say you've done enough, and you're like, one day you wake up and you're like, yeah, you know what, I'm the man now. I've done it all. I can relax.
No
one does that, man. Because once you make the junior varsity squad, your next goal is the varsity squad. Then
right.
College, and then pro, and then once you get the pro, you want to break the records, and you want all pro. There's always another level, and it's never attainable, but the pursuit of it, I think, is where life begins,
Yeah, definitely, because I always try to set the bar higher pretty much every day in what I do. Now, you have this Metaball fitness system. Now,
yeah.
Okay, what is it? And it's a two-part question. What is it? And how does this system differ from all the other fitness products out there? Because you have all kinds of, people are always pushing these products or whatever, but I look at you as the man. So I'm like, okay, this is something that I definitely want to try out. So how is it different from all the other products out there?
The origin is how it's different. Most people that have a name in the business or anything else are hired by a company on the 11th hour to be a spokesperson for whatever product they're pitching. This is not how this one went down. Mm-hmm. 7 years ago, after getting so many covers and, sponsorships with different supplement companies and being a name in the fitness, I had a lot of opportunities to do, whatever you want to call it, but, to be able to liaison to other people's endeavors. And I did, and I was on a lot of commercials, and I'm sitting there in 18 hours a day for like 3 days for an infomercial or whatever it may be. You see a lot of the truth. You see a lot of crazy glue. You see a lot of duct tape coming out.
Yeah.
You see a lot of things that this product quite isn't really what it is. And you got a lot of time on your hands. I'm like, it really bothered me because I was like, isn't there a product that really fills a void in society that could like replace what people want? Instead of just, copying an already successful module, a lot of these things you see out there are just like second, third, fourth repeats of something already successful, trying to really adhere to the lethargic nature of the individual, to cut the corner in life. There is no like quick fix to a long-term situation, and the world pitches that. They try to say, hey, 8-minute abs, 8-minute arms. And I'm the guy in these magazines that they're shooting, and they're showing my arms saying 8-minute arms. And I'm like, well, man, about an hour every workout, 8 years worth, and, no 8-minute arms, 8 years arms, So
right.
I felt this, like, kind of a breach of conduct. I came from the military, West Point, Army Ranger, company commander. There's a degree of integrity and honor shown within me. And once I got into this la-la land called L.A., I started to realize that words like integrity and honor are spoken like are kind of like lost arts in a way.
Yeah.
No one really believes them. I'll lie to you, do whatever I need for you to be manipulated for what I want.
Right.
But it's not about the mission at hand, the truth at all. And so I got really irritated being in this business. And so what I did, I developed the website to get the truth back. And this website is really about the gym. And you mentioned that, you're a subscriber to the site and stuff, and it's helped you. It's helped thousands of people. And these people that are really down and out, man, they have like no confidence left, and they're going through depression, and, I just give them a few tools and stuff, show them what I do. I talk to them, and all of a sudden they get in there and they make that first step towards greatness, and I support them along the way. And then they send me back these testimonials that blow my mind. Yeah, I lost 100 pounds. Great. Love it. But what I really love are the ones that say, hey, man, you made me go back to school, get my degree. Well, you know what? You helped me quit heroin addiction. You helped me be a better husband to my wife. Those kind of things. I'm like, wow, now we're going somewhere. Now we're really doing something. I see all these crazy, transformations of people that I train in the gym on the website, thousands of them. But, like my mom, she's 65. She doesn't go to the gym.
Right.
My sister, she's a facial plastic surgeon. She doesn't have time to go to the gym. A lot of people that are busy running around with, work and stuff and flying here and there. I mean, the gym is perishable. Use it or lose it. So if you don't have the time to get there, then how do you maintain that degree of excellence to ensure that you hit those levels of testimonial pride? So what I try to do, and after being on set a lot of times for other products and stuff, I go, I need to create something that I can see the same love of life that I've seen from so many dedicated people in the gym, but for the people that don't want to go to the gym. If that makes sense, because I can tell you, thousands of stories of people that walk into the gym with their head down, their shoulders rolled forward, and no confidence. Within literally a month, they see hard work paying off.
Yeah.
They see themselves in the mirror. They start to have a degree of credibility, ownership to themselves. They hold themselves high all of a sudden. Shoulders are now rolled back, head high, talking to people, engaging with people. It's addicting. All of a sudden, how does that happen? Because they see their effort being paid off. But what about the people that don't go to the gym?
Right.
Whereas the devil's den because they're not in shape. They feel like intimidated by the gym. Or they're like, how can we create that same love of life that is the seed that we all have, but how do we unlock that code so they can be fulfilled to who they really want to be? So I really want to make a product, man. And this is 7 years journey, and I've dumped my life savings into it. I've really done everything. I have agents and, PR teams that are supporting this. And 4 years ago, they go, hey, man, this is ready to go. We did a commercial, tested through the roof. Launch it. I go, no, I can't launch it yet because it's not ready yet. The product's not ready. It needs to be better. It's like, stop looking for being better. Go for the profit. I go, this product was never about profit.
Right. It's
about filling a void to society so that they can feel that same love of life that I've seen from so many people, because it's not about the gym or the vanity that they get in shape. It's the aftermath that once in shape, wow, now all of a sudden all these other problems, these fears we've been holding ourselves back from, we go, you know what, it's not that big of a deal. Let me face it. Now we have the courage, the confidence to battle these demons. We make the world a playground, and we can go after it. How do we do that? And what I found the easiest way to do it is give them confidence. In the gym, you can really give them confidence, but not everyone goes there. How can I give them the confidence if they don't want to go to the gym? So I created this product this way. And then once I created the reason for it, then I backloaded on how to make it valuable. So I started going to Sports Authority stores, Dick's Sporting Goods, other sports chalets and stuff, and I started looking at the inventory they had there, man. And this is where it jumped out. I didn't know the idea. I just knew what the mission was, to transform individuals to have the confidence to transform their life. And the easiest way to transform as an individual is physically doing it, because that's non-subjective. The subjective world, which is corporate America. You might be the best person for the job, but, the boss's nephew just graduated, he gets it. Or there's whatever it may be, the best doesn't always finish first, and then all of a sudden it beats you down, right?
Yeah, trust me, I know it.
So I went to Sports Authority, and what did I see there? I saw, tons of inventory and retail space for medicine balls. Medicine balls, where they're all the same ball with different weights, same purpose, but, 10 yards of shelf space for 2-pound, 5-pound, 10-pound, 15, 20-pound balls. Then I saw the same shelf space for dumbbells, same for kettlebells. Then I saw these rotational, perfect push-up kind of things. I saw ankle weights. I go, somewhere in here is the key to it all. How can I take this entire volume and put it into a transportable element? Because, like I said, working out's perishable. Use it or lose it. Right. How can I take this? If you are busy and you're traveling, that's the mission. How do we suffice that to give them that love of life? How do we continue it? Because you can't take a break. How do we continue it? Everyone thinks working out is so hard. But once you get engaged with it, it becomes like a religion. You feel so good about it. Yeah, it takes a couple of weeks to get that, but you see the results, and you're like, oh, man, I'm in it to win it. How do we continue that process, even with a busy schedule? So it has to be perishable to the point of which it's portable, so you can travel with it, right?
Right.
So all that I saw at the Sports Authority store and all these different places, I had to put into a single handheld item that can be adjustable. So instead of all these medicine balls, I need one ball that could be every ball. Instead of all these dumbbells, I need one dumbbell that could be any weight. All these kettlebells, I need one ball that can be every kettlebell, every weight. I need to override the ankle weights, which is really bad for the ankle socket on your foot. I need to override the bands, the TRXs. I need to bring all that into one compacted thing. And that's why it took so long, 7 years to develop this.
Wow.
But it replaces every single thing I talked about. And in the comfort of your home. And on top of that, man, the worst thing about anything, if you get a Ferrari, right? Mm-hmm. You don't know how to drive it. You have to go to school to learn paddle shifting and everything else. That car is just, is as good as how you know how to drive it. So, there's talent in the world, right? And then there's skill. So if you get a cool product, right, with all this skill, if you don't have the talent to use it, well, then it goes unused. So you're in the car, the Ferrari, without the talent, but you got the skill of the Ferrari's ability. You're going from stoplight to stoplight to stoplight. You don't have the confidence to take it on the highway and unload it, right?
Right.
So you have to have both. And when I say both, the modules of most fitness systems, to answer your question another way, is that most systems are like, here's a product, but we don't tell you how it uses it, or how to use it. Or here's all these DVDs on how to work out, but you don't have the products to work out with them. I said, that can never happen again. Here's a product that replaces over probably $1,000 worth of equipment. And then here's all the DVDs, all the instructions on how to use that product to ensure it doesn't collect dust, and it creates the potential and confidence that you always could be. So we combined them all, man. So long-winded answer to your quick question, but it started from a guy that's been on the ground floor, been through the mud of life and the fitness, seeing the guys in the gym, people outside the gym, knows really what they think, created a product that was filling a void, not like, second, third generation of a product already established. And then once that's done, giving you information on how to do it, and then, but really based on, not profit, but we haven't sold one yet. We're still getting ready to, and we're excited about it, but it's not even about the profit. We did a testimonial group. We brought 40 people in because we figured like 20 would give up and everything else, because it's too hard or whatever else. So we showed them the product to them. We showed them the workouts, and these people were in their 20s up to 50s, guys, girls, physical elements, bad back, bad knees, or in good shape. Every spectrum of life almost. We brought them all in collectively. Showed them the ball, showed them the product, and the workouts, and within the period of time which we did it, man, 40 pounds lost, 50 pounds lost. I mean, just crazy. But what was even cooler wasn't the weight loss that they look all sexified, is their confidence. And so I knew we were on the right track because these people were like, hey, Greg, I'm weighing in and I've lost 50 pounds, but you know what? I got a date tonight, man. Hey, I went back to school, man. You know what? I'm studying for this test. And they're like, God, he's taking control of his life, or she is. That's what really made a difference for me. Because at the end of the day, you can't take the profit with you. You can take the memories and the footprints of excellence and motivation that you were walking this earth at one time, and then you left an imprint for someone else to pursue their endeavors to their own personal greatness. So that's what it's all about, really. So this product is more of a mindset, that here's a tool to get you in shape. And once you get in shape, these are the teachings around it to make sure you understand the power you now have, that anything's possible. So,
yeah, and there you have it. Greg, man, dude, I can have you on here pretty much for the entire show, man. This is really great information. Greg Plitt, fitness expert, creator of the Metaball fitness system. All right, make sure you go to getmetaball.com. You can pre-order there. You can also go to gregplitt.com. If you want to follow Greg on Twitter, it's @GregPlitt. And it also follow Get Metaball too. It's @GetMetaball. Make sure you go there if you need to get in shape and you don't have the time to. This is the system you want to use right here, the Metaball fitness system. Greg Plitt.
Hey, Sean, let me tell you one more thing real fast, man. The hell with following me or following Metaball or anything else. If you want to be somebody in life that lives a life, follow your gut, follow your soul, break the status quo, break the rules, make sure you're willing to work hard and anything's possible. Whatever society says is the truth is not as powerful as your individual perspective on it. So stay true to yourself always, and the world will fall into your accordance. So don't follow me. If you want to, you can, but follow yourself first. Man. And then use people along the way. And yeah, you got to go through the mud of life to get to the high ground. But when you get to the high ground, guess what? You're associated with people of like-mindedness, with the same drive and excellence and stuff. And then two become stronger than one. They say champions, they always come in pairs of two because they battle themselves in perfection. That's what you need to do. You just need to work that first step towards greatness.
Wow.
That first step is the hardest step. But harder than that first step, my friend, is later in life, 20 years from now, looking back on your life, knowing you could have been great. But the time, the windows of opportunity have closed. And then you run to a debate every single day in your head for the rest of your existence, what you could have been, but no longer time to do it. Isn't it easier to just engage in an hour a day or half an hour a day and create that reality than never wonder what if? Yeah. I think it is.
Yeah. That's wow. That's real great information, man. And also, I want to wish you a happy Veterans Day too, man.
I appreciate that, John. Yeah, man. Tomorrow, it's a tough subject for me, man. I've been out since '05.
Yeah, man.
But I get 9 years, man. West Point and Army Ranger and Company Commander, and seen a lot of my friends pass well before their time. It's just, I don't think anyone's going to really realize it, until the crazy thing about human nature is that no one learns a lesson until they've lost something. So we can talk about Veterans Day, we can talk about the veterans, and, we can get a grasp of it.
Yeah.
We can go to the 16th Chapel and look at the painting, but we don't know what it really is until we've actually seen it done, There's pictures of it, but there's a weird duality of it that you never really realize. And, I mean, everybody, how many people have learned from others' mistakes? Very few. Most learn from their own mistakes.
Wow.
And so by learning what the value of freedom is, you don't really learn until you lose something. So I appreciate you saying that, man. And, I'd say anyone watching or listening or anything else, you get a chance, man. You see somebody in uniform, it's a small token to buy a beer for somebody, small token, to pay for a meal anonymously. It goes a huge way to a soldier.
Yeah.
So please do so if you can.
Yeah, definitely. And I'm definitely going to buy somebody a beer, a veteran a beer, man. Thanks for joining us. And we'll be.
Bye, buddy. Thanks for having me.
All right, and we'll be back right after this.
We're going to grow it this year, man. We're going to make it all happen. Greg Plitt, help me stay fit. Thanks for watching.